Yesterday held their inaugural leadership seminar. They say the motivation for such a seminar came about because in the midst of the current political turmoil and the recent downgrade of South Africa's economic stance, the importance of ethical leadership has come into sharp focus. Speakers of the seminar included the former Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan and former President Kgalema Motlanthe. But to talk to us about the seminar, I'm joined in our studios in Johannesburg by UJ Convocation President and businessman Mbali Mkhonto. Mbali, good morning to you and thank you so much for coming.
How are you?
I'm all right, and you? Thank you so much. Now, how did everything go last night?
Yeah, just to correct, the former president who could not make it because of family commitments.
Okay.
That came late and then he could not.
Yeah, but the former Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan was there, and he was basically saying that South Africa requires urgent transformation program to actually diversify the economy, part of what he said yesterday.
Most definitely. Yeah. But to take you through the leadership convocation seminar was idealized so as to discuss and or to include strategic partners at the university in a form of alumni so that they can engage on any issue, be it politically, economically, and socially. As you will be aware that the University of Johannesburg is now a global institution of choice that is anchored in Africa, dynamically shaping the future. We believe that to contribute significantly to the building of the country, we cannot work in isolation.
All right. So basically, you were trying to provoke South Africans' minds to talk about the current issues that are taking place in South Africa. Exactly
my point. Yeah. As the former President Nelson Mandela puts it, that I quote, "We cannot build or heal our nation if we continue with business as usually, wallowing on the notion of the past. Today, what is needed is boldness in thinking, firmness in action, and constituency in resolve." The convocation seminar is created more especially for alumni and convocation members so that they can engage on any issue that concern the ethical leadership, that concern the kind of leaders that we want to produce in this country, the kind of credible leadership that we want to produce in this country. Because the more credible you are as a leader, the more people have confidence in you. And the more confidence they have in you, the more they find it easy to trust what you have to say. But the less confidence they have in you, the quicker they lose confidence in what you have to say. So, and again, for a leader, a man must understand that to be a leader, you must have followers. But to have followers, of course, you must have their confidence. Hence, we see it necessary to really pragmatic the importance of integrity in leadership. Of course, we give UJ as a practical, classical example. I mean, only 10 years of its existence, the UJ has achieved a lot. It's not only the global institution of choice that is anchored in Africa, dynamically shaping the future. UJ is now ranked 4% globally. UJ is now number 63 in terms of the BRICS university, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These are true reflection of courageous leadership.
All right. Now, you had quite an interesting list of guests last night. I've already made mention of the former Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan. You had economist Mike Schuessler, amongst others, marketing specialist Musa Kalenga. What came out of these discussions?
I think what became so important and what became so obvious was that everyone believed that South Africa is a positive country. South Africa is facing challenges, but these are not challenges that cannot be resolved. These are challenges that need me and you to come together and work collaboratively, because as a team we can really contribute significantly to building the nation. So there will be more of these leadership seminars, but the one of yesterday, I can confirm to you that the attendance was fully booked. We actually had people waiting outside to come in, and from the very start to the very end, the event was...
Yeah, but what are the young people saying that attended the conference? Because it was looking at the issue of change management, like you say. What are they saying? What needs to be done to overcome the challenges that the country faces now?
It is through a collaborative effort of business that opportunities will exist for South Africans to grow, for our country to grow. So what came out more is that we spoke strongly about the importance of partnership, the importance of working together, the importance of really overlooking the challenges. Of course, we cannot be oblivious to the fact that we are living in South Africa, but there are positive things that are happening. And we believe that, as we given UJ as a classical example of what can be done. I mean, this, just to give you a practical example, UJ came into existence through the measure that you know, that was Rand Afrikaans University, West Technikon, and part of RAU to form a united university. And what you see today is not only a global institution of choice, but you see a university that is compatible, that is ranked almost number 5 in the in South Africa universities. So these are some of the things that we said as leaders, convocation members, they need to know about them, and they need to really understand how far we can take this country.
Yeah, and I know, Mbali, that the fourth economic revolution, being technology, was also made mention of.
Yes.
What proposals were mentioned to better South Africa's leadership using technology?
I think, as you know, that we lately are speaking more about the artificial intelligence and all that. What was mostly emphasized was that, do we really need to completely shift from the importance of using leadership as a vehicle for everyone to achieve the intent goal, which is to say South Africa and Africa is changing. How do we revolve as a continent? How do we begin to understand that we can fit into the fourth industrial revolution, which is something that it was really coming out strongly. Yeah. We had Musa Kalinga. He spoke strongly about the importance, how Facebook had to constantly upgrade, so it was more of what needs to be done now so that we become relevant, because we need to really adapt to
and keep up with what happens.
Keep up, definitely.
All right, no, let's leave it at that, Mbali. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much indeed. UJ Convocation President and businessman Mbali Mkhonto talking to us about the university's inaugural leadership seminar that was held yesterday. Let's quickly take a break here on Morning Live. When we come back,